Have you ever woken up in the morning, looked in the mirror, and not quite recognized the man staring back? Perhaps the spring in your step isn't what it used to be, or the recognition in professional circles has started to fade. Maybe the kids are grown, the career is winding down, and you find yourself wondering, what now? It's a quiet ache. Isn't it a feeling that the world is moving on? And perhaps you're being left behind, feeling a little less significant, a little less vital than you once were. This isn't just about getting older. It's about a subtle shift in how you see yourself and how you perceive others see you. It's that feeling of being less than. This can be a painful reality for many men as they navigate life after 60, a silent struggle that often goes unacknowledged. But what if I told you there's a way to reclaim that sense of purpose, that feeling of worth, and truly thrive in this next chapter? What if the secret isn't about recapturing your youth, but about redefining what it means to be a powerful, contributing man right where you are today? In this video, we're going to dive into some powerful mindset shifts and practical approaches that will help you rediscover your strength, rekindle your passions, and truly embrace this incredible stage of life. Watch to the end for something that will surprise you. Let's start with the first and perhaps most fundamental shift, one that has the power to redefine everything, letting go of old definitions of success and masculinity. For so long, many of us have been wired to measure our worth by our careers, our physical prowess, our financial achievements, or our ability to provide. When these pillars of identity start to change, or even crumble, as they often do after 60, it can leave a gaping hole. We might look back at the strong, vibrant man we once were, the man who could lift heavy things, command a boardroom, or work tirelessly, and feel a profound sense of loss. But here's the truth: the definition of a man and a successful life is not static. It evolves. The incredible strength you possessed in your younger years, the drive that built a career or a family, it hasn't vanished. It's simply transformed. Think about it. What truly makes a man? Is it only his physical strength? Or is it his wisdom, his resilience, his kindness, his ability to mentor, to listen, to care? For men over 60, true power often lies not in what you can physically conquer, but in the depth of your experience, the breadth of your knowledge, and the richness of your character. It's about shifting your internal narrative from what I can no longer do to what I can now uniquely offer. This might involve reflecting on your life's journey, acknowledging all you've accomplished, and appreciating the lessons learned. It's about recognizing that your value isn't diminished by gray hair or a slower pace. In fact, it often deepens. Consider how much you've learned, how many challenges you've overcome, how much wisdom you've accumulated. That's a treasure trove that no young man, no matter how physically strong or financially successful, can possess. Practically, this means consciously identifying new metrics for your worth. Instead of counting promotions or bench presses, maybe you start valuing the quality of your relationships, the joy you find in a new hobby, the peace you feel in nature, or the impact you have on others through small acts of kindness or shared wisdom. It could be taking pride in being a loving grandfather, a patient listener, a community volunteer, or an artisan honing a craft. This isn't about settling, it's about expansion. It's about understanding that the masculine spirit isn't defined by a single peak in life, but by a continuous, evolving journey of growth and contribution. When you actively choose to redefine what success means to you, you liberate yourself from societal expectations that no longer serve you and open yourself up to a whole new world of fulfillment. This internal shift is profoundly empowering. Now, alongside this crucial mental reframing, it's vital to address how we feel in our bodies, but not in the way you might expect. Let's talk about embracing physical well-being, not as a quest for youth, but as a commitment to functional strength and sustained energy. Many men over 60 feel less than because their bodies simply don't respond as they once did. The aches are more frequent, the stamina is lower, and the vision of yourself as a powerful physical force seems to fade. This can be incredibly disheartening. But here's a liberating perspective: you don't need to lift the heaviest weights or run marathons to feel strong and capable. The goal now is not peak performance, but consistent, functional vitality that supports your life and keeps you feeling independent and energetic. Think about what truly makes you feel good in your daily life: being able to walk upstairs without strain, getting out of a chair easily, having enough energy to enjoy your hobbies, or playing with grandchildren. That's the real win. This involves adopting simple, sustainable habits, not extreme regimes. Start with movement that feels good and helps your body stay fluid and strong. A brisk walk daily, perhaps for 30 minutes, can do wonders for your cardiovascular health, mood, and joint mobility. If walking feels good, maybe incorporate some light resistance training a couple of times a week. This isn't about bulking up. It's about maintaining muscle mass, which naturally declines with age, and protecting your bones. Simple body weight exercises like squats against a chair, wall push-ups, or even using light resistance bands can make a significant difference. You're building a foundation of strength that enhances your quality of life, not just for show. And it's important to remember that consistency far outweighs intensity at this stage. Even 10 or 15 minutes of dedicated movement daily is better than an hour once a week. Alongside movement, consider how nutrition supports your energy. It's not about restrictive diets, but about mindful eating that fuels your body. Think whole, unprocessed foods. Lean proteins like chicken, fish, or beans help maintain muscle. Plenty of fruits and vegetables provide essential vitamins and fiber for good digestion and overall health. Healthy fats from avocados, nuts, and olive oil support brain function and reduce inflammation. Staying well hydrated is also incredibly important for energy and every bodily function. It's amazing how much better you can feel just by consistently drinking enough water throughout the day. These aren't just physical changes. They have a profound impact on your mental state. When you feel better in your body, you stand taller, you move with more confidence, and that internal sense of being less than starts to diminish. You're not trying to be a younger version of yourself. You're becoming the strongest, healthiest version of the man you are now. Now that we've discussed redefining your identity and embracing functional physical well-being, let's move on to something that can truly reignite your spirit and give your days a renewed sense of purpose. Next, we'll dive into cultivating new purpose and passions, because a sense of purpose is like fuel for the soul, and it often shifts dramatically after 60. For many men, purpose was once inextricably linked to their career or raising a family. When those primary roles diminish, it can leave a void, leading to feelings of aimlessness or unimportance. But here's the beautiful truth: this stage of life offers an unparalleled opportunity to explore passions you never had time for, to learn new things, and to contribute in ways you never imagined. Think about what truly lights you up, what curiosity you've always harbored, or what skill you've always wanted to learn. This isn't about finding a new job. It's about finding activities that bring you joy, intellectual stimulation, and a sense of contribution. Have you always wanted to learn a musical instrument? Take up painting, dive into local history, learn a new language. Now is your time. These pursuits aren't frivolous. They're vital. They stimulate your mind, keep your brain active, and provide a healthy challenge. The act of learning new skills, even small ones, builds confidence and reminds you of your capacity for growth. It's about proving to yourself, every single day, that you are still capable of learning, mastering, and achieving. Beyond personal hobbies, consider how your unique life experience and wisdom can be a powerful source of purpose. Volunteering can be incredibly fulfilling, whether it's mentoring younger people in your former field, helping out at a local charity, reading to children, or simply offering a hand to a neighbor. Contributing to something larger than yourself can provide an immense sense of value and connection. Your life experience is a valuable asset, and sharing it can be incredibly rewarding. It allows you to transform your past achievements into future impact. This isn't about being needed in the same way you were in your working life, but about choosing to give back, to share your gifts, and to make a difference. The feeling of making a positive impact, no matter how small, is a powerful antidote to feeling less than. It reminds you that your presence, your voice, and your experience matter. Now, as you cultivate these new purposes, it's equally important to consider the role of connection in your life. Let's talk about strengthening social connections, but specifically focusing on quality over quantity, and how genuine connection can dispel that feeling of being less than. As men, we're often conditioned to be self-reliant, to not burden others, and sometimes, as we age, our social circles can naturally shrink due to retirement, relocation, or loss. This isolation can exacerbate feelings of being overlooked or irrelevant, but human connection is a fundamental need, and fostering meaningful relationships is crucial for your well-being. This isn't about having a huge group of acquaintances. It's about nurturing a few deep, authentic connections where you feel truly seen, heard, and valued. Think about the men or women in your life with whom you can have honest conversations, share a laugh, or even admit a vulnerability without judgment. These are the gold standard. Reach out to old friends you've lost touch with, initiate phone calls, meet for coffee, or invite them for a walk. Join clubs or groups that align with your new passions, a book club, a hiking group, a volunteer organization, or a veterans group. Shared interests are a fantastic foundation for new friendships. And importantly, practice being genuinely present in these interactions. Listen more than you speak. Ask open-ended questions. Share a little about your own experiences, not just your achievements, but also your reflections, your concerns, and your joys. Authenticity breeds connection. It's in these moments of true exchange that you realize you are not alone, that your experiences resonate with others, and that you are valued simply for being you. The warmth of genuine companionship is a powerful antidote to loneliness and the feeling of insignificance. It reminds you that you are part of a larger tapestry, interwoven with the lives of others, and that your unique perspective enriches that tapestry. It's in giving and receiving support, sharing laughter and sometimes tears, that the true richness of later life often emerges. And finally, and perhaps most profoundly, let's explore the power of practicing self-compassion and acceptance. This is where much of the internal healing happens. For many men, the idea of self-compassion might sound a bit soft or unfamiliar. We're often taught to be tough, to push through, to suppress vulnerability. But self-compassion is not self-pity. It's a powerful form of self-respect. It means treating yourself with the same kindness, understanding, and patience you would offer a good friend who is struggling. When you feel less than, it's often accompanied by a harsh inner critic, comparing your current self to a past self or to an idealized image. Self-compassion means acknowledging those feelings of inadequacy without judgment. It means recognizing that aging is a universal experience and that everyone faces physical changes, shifts in identity, and moments of doubt. It's about letting go of unrealistic expectations and embracing the man you are today, with all your strengths, wisdom, and yes, your limitations. This looks like giving yourself permission to rest when you're tired, to say no when you're overwhelmed, or to ask for help when you need it. It means celebrating your small victories and forgiving yourself for your perceived shortcomings. It's about looking in the mirror and seeing a man who has lived, learned, and grown, rather than just focusing on what might be perceived as decline. Acceptance doesn't mean giving up. It means acknowledging reality and choosing to respond with wisdom and kindness towards yourself. It's an empowering act, a choice to befriend yourself on this journey. This powerful shift in how you relate to yourself is foundational. It allows you to shed the heavy burden of comparison and unrealistic expectations, creating space for peace, joy, and a profound sense of self-worth. So, we've explored the profound power of redefining success beyond traditional markers, focusing on functional well-being rather than chasing youth, igniting new passions and finding purpose in contribution, forging meaningful connections that truly nourish your spirit, and perhaps most importantly, embracing self-compassion and acceptance. Remember, feeling less than after 60 isn't a permanent state, nor is it a reflection of your true worth. It's often a natural, albeit painful, response to significant life transitions. But with these shifts in perspective and action, you have the power to transform this challenging period into one of immense growth, fulfillment, and quiet strength. Your value is not diminished with age. It evolves, deepens, and takes on new, richer forms. The wisdom you've accumulated, the resilience you've built, and the unique perspective you now possess are invaluable. Small, consistent changes in how you think and act can make an immeasurable difference to your health, your happiness, and your overall sense of purpose. This isn't about being perfect. It's about being present, being kind to yourself, and engaging with life on your own terms. I truly hope this conversation has offered you some new ways to think about this incredible chapter. I'd love to hear your thoughts. What resonates most with you? Have you found your own ways to feel more than after 60? Please share your experiences and insights in the comments below. Your stories can truly inspire others. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel for more content designed to help you live your best life at every age. Remember, this is not the end of your story, but a rich and vibrant new chapter waiting to be fully lived. Live your best life at every age.